Oh, okay. So, okay. So, a little bit late. It's not that much late. Don't know what that song is that was going through my head. For anyone who joins now or after. Can't remember the words. So it'd be lovely if someone could come in chat and let me know what that song is, because I can't remember, but it's just been playing in my head. Behind the way we have somebody watching in the background. Got live chat on. And I'll just give it a few minutes. I have a drink of water. Oh my god, I'm drinking tap water today, which I don't normally drink because I have a distiller. God, can I taste the difference? It is disgusting. Because I just haven't put my distiller on today, which is fine. And I'm going to play something when a few more people come in, whether they come in or not. And it's just funny because it links up to today with what I was saying about a couple of things. And it would link up because it is the schnizzle of what's going on in and around us, in our environment around us, within us, in our environment within us, and what's happening with other people's environments within and without of stuff. So, you know, you can talk about something, then you go and check something and someone's talking about the exact same thing, maybe in different words, and it was nicely put as well. So I'm going to be playing that in a few minutes. So just give it a few minutes. What bit? Even though, oh, what's this under? This is under evening chat. Oh, this is so under the wrong title, and I'll have to change it after. So if you're there, come and say hi, because I can see a couple of people watching but not saying hi. So I never know if it's dwellers under the bridge or what, I don't know. But oh, hi Dobsy. It's nice to just get at least one person in just to say hi, so you know you're not talking to yourself, even though it's going to go out anyway, so it doesn't really make that much difference. Hi Dave E. Davey. Is that a Dave or no, or is it a new Dave? We've got the lovely baby Elder with us tonight, holding the force. But yeah, today I forgot something, so hang on a minute. I just realised. No, I haven't. It's here. My book of Be Happy. I'm going to talk about that before I go into a chat about. Well, I'll just do it. I'll do it. Old Dave. I thought it was. I knew it was. That's why I asked. I knew. I intuitively knew it was you. And if it is you, Dave Maud, is it you? Is it you? I'm just saying it's nice to see you, because what I've seen lately, even if it's not, is a lot of people are coming over. Hi Mark, that I haven't seen for a while. It's beautiful. All been on your journeys, dipping in and out or whatever. It's all just a learning process, really. You know, it's what most people can't get their heads around. It's self-development, as a lot of us say. No, that one. Oh, right, it's not that one. Which one then? Dave's calf. I can't remember. No? I don't know. How can my battery be running low when it's plugged into the socket? That is... What? Right. So it's plugged in at the source. Oh, there we go. How can it be running low when it's plugged in? Right, 1 minute. not plugged in. Pulled the plug out by accident. Right, plug you back in. That's why we have to check things sometimes, because sometimes it's not all mysterious in that, it's just shit happens. And the plug, I'd actually forgot that I'd pulled that plug out, so I was like, what's going on there? Yeah, I don't know which one then, I'm trying to rack my brains. It would have been nice if it was. So yeah, where was I at? So today was a lovely day, as most of you saw. I did my little chat in the morning. Do you have it back up, made yourself? No, I haven't. I'm not really that bothered at the minute, and if I have got another channel, which is only small, but that's fair enough, and if I did go anywhere else, people will be able to find me because I'll be under the same name as I am on here. You know, if I ever had to go to Rumble or anywhere like that where they let you speak out a bit more. So no, but I'm not too concerned at the minute. But yeah, so I had a lovely day, as you could tell, because I was chatting about a few things in the morning. I was chatting about Reiki and all that lovely energy that went on. People getting a bit confused with what I said about being tired. That's going to go into a chat in a minute with the Mark Atwood video that I put out on my community page about exhaustion of this ascension, meaning everything going on in your life. Now, I've got kids. I've got a younger kid, so there is things going on and other things going on, meaning I get tired in my energy. Wasn't tired from that because that doesn't make you tired, but there is still certain things that go on. And sometimes I forget to do that on myself sometimes to, you know, recharge myself. But I did that. That was yesterday. That was lovely. I explained all that this morning. And then I did the lovely little nature walk, which I have done before many times. And that was beautiful. And I had that whole energy going on there, and grounding and healing. And now the bird's going mad. Oh, 1 minute again. Hi, son. But start again. You know, and a lot going on, and it was just beautiful, magical and magical and stuff like that. And then yeah, the family listened. Oh, goody. And then sorry, I get proper distracted by things in there today. Like, what's going on? Yeah, and lovely things. And my fella's gone and had man time with his friend today, and they sort of did like a mini camp of testing the tree hammocks out and having a fire and all that. So they're having a good man time, which is good because I like my woman time to myself. Yeah, and I just saw Mark Atwood pop up, and he was doing something on the exhaustion of ascension. So I went to listen to it, and it was ace the way they were talking about him and a lady called Madonna, who I've watched before on Alpha Sony. So I'm going to play a bit of that in a minute if you haven't seen the video. Also, I want to give a shout out to something I watched at the weekend. If you haven't seen it, please go and see it because it is absolutely magical. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh yes, hi Mystical. Oh yes, Yoda's my best mate. Which was, I think it's a film called, I can't remember if it's on Netflix or whatever, I can't remember, but you can apparently get it on YouTube. It came out last year and it's called The Octopus Teacher. The Octopus Teacher. Oh my god, if you want to chill out for something and get your head out of bullshit, go and watch that because nature teaches us so much. And I mean, octopuses are so intelligent and magical as we know, but the relationship a guy has who dives in this undersea forest is absolutely... I've just told 2 people to go and watch it tonight, and I know Lois is watching it, and I think she's getting through it now as we speak. It is beautiful, honest to God. You wouldn't say anything bad about it. It's absolutely beautiful. Talking about water, I'm a Pisces, element of water. That's why I like being near water sometimes. Water's very cleansing anyway, as we know. It's probably why I'm quite an emotional person as well, which I've tried to deal with those emotions. I treated myself to Mark Atwood. What did have a guy on talking about magnesium and the magnesium that he sells, but I just went and got myself one off eBay that was about a tenner or under a tenner. I'm just going to test this out first, see what it is. But it's a Dead Sea magnesium oil, 100% pure and natural, 30 concentration. It might not be high enough, I don't know, but I thought I'm just going to test it out for the price anyway, because most of us know we do need magnesium, the salts and stuff, and the minerals. And I love salt and everything, not table salt, sea salt or Himalayan. And my fella's always like, oh my god, I said, we actually need those minerals. They actually tell us the other way around that we don't, but that's, you know, processed salts, table salt. But this is a spray, because the guy was saying on his channel it's more to do with spraying something that goes through your, you know, you absorb through your skin, not necessarily what you absorb in your mouth, because I think you can overdose on that, because too much of a good thing's a bad thing, by the way. Notice that with a few things going on with people. But you can't really overdose when you're spraying it. So it's a spray oil, but it's not oily, if you know what I mean. So you spray it on, like, because I had my knee thing going on, and you can spray it, I'm going to do it before I go to bed, you can spray it after you've had a shower, before bed, in the morning, because it says, and we are depleted of certain minerals, as we all know, or we should know, but they don't tell us that. High concentration magnesium spray helps soothe muscle pain and cramps, promotes relaxation. That's why we get cramps, because we don't have enough magnesium and stuff like that. And I've suffered with that in the past, and it's awful. If you've ever had that thing when you're in bed at night and your calf locks, oh my god. So, and it helps with aids in better night's sleep and excellent after exercise, and it's the morning as well, waking you up and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to try it out. It just resonated, and I thought I'm going to treat myself to one. So I'll let you know how that goes, and I'll let you know what this one is. I think it's Par Naturals, natural skincare made simple, Dead Sea magnesium oil, and I just got it off eBay. And it's a 250ml bottle, so it's a biggish bottle, and it's blue. But well, the bottle's blue, not the stuff. So I'm going to test that out, let you know. And if I think it's doing something, maybe I'll invest in a different one. But I jump in the stream to say, have a good stream to everyone. Thank you, son. And also, oh yeah, and I rang up the hairdressers today, because I'm finally going to get my hair cut at the hairdressers. Treat myself, because I've not been to the hairdressers for years, because I cut my dreads are out now, and it's a lot shorter, so it's more in a bob, but I'm just going to get it levelled out, because I cut it myself, which I do normally do. It's easy to do when your hair's longer, but when it's a bit shorter, I just need it levelling off at the back. So I've decided I'm going to go and get a lovely trim from the hairdressers down the road that I've not been to for years, so that's a bit of a pamper session. And I'll just feel, you know, all fresh again. And it's just a little treat to me with self-care, self-love, self-care. And it'd be nice to talk to the ladies in there. I'd be sort of picking their minds about how they've all gone on in lockdown, because I haven't seen them for years. I haven't had my hair cut for years, because, like I said, did it myself. Just to see. I'll speak about my vacay and stuff in case anyone decides they want to come, because it's only down the road. You've got to advertise yourself, no one else will. Stuff like that. And it'll just be nice to talk to other people, because it is about getting out there and communicating with other people. It's not about sitting in all the time and whatever. And you've got to get out there, and that's the only way. If you're ever going to promote yourself doing something or an idea or whatever it is, you have to actually get out and do the work and do that. So that's going to be exciting. Before I play this bit of video, I showed you this book this morning. It was just from Morrison's, and the reason why I picked it up was because it's got little bumblebees on it. It says be happy, and I thought it was cute, and I just thought what ran through my head was, oh, why don't you use that and write down, what you're happy for, everyday gratitude, basically. So I'm going to read you out what I've done today, and I've managed to fill that much in. So, you know, this is another way to keep your frequencies up in you know, throughout the day. So I did this afternoon. So it says, today I am grateful for the lovely walk in nature, seeing the abundance and the woodland animals going about their business. And it was funny, because as I saw the little squirrels running around, baby ones and everything, you know, animals do the thing, and they're all residing next to each other. Some are predators, some are not. And you can tell there's awareness. Animals pick up on vibrations, frequencies, noises, everything, those senses, because they have to. They go about the thing. This little squirrel was happy, and a lot of animals seems like they've been coming closer lately, but they will be intrigued and stuff, but they still have those senses to be aware, because if something happens, they know some animals are prey. So they have to be aware of things, and this is why I always say you have to be aware of what's going on in the world. You just don't have to be focused right in it, because you do sort of need to know what's going on. Because, for instance, at the minute, a lot of people are talking about the military and think there's something really bad going on. Yes, there's stuff going on, and people don't get it when they're talking about Afghanistan and certain things going on over there for the world that has to see. But there's also certain things going on below that iceberg that is actually not what it seems, and it's not what the MSM are saying. So, we're not going to civil war. It's a shame. It's not going to pitchforks and all that. It's going to be. It started with something. It's going to end with something, if you get my drift. So we'll just watch that coming out, which it is doing. Lots of people talking out. I'm going to sneeze. Lots of people talking out because things are going on. People are being seen, and the more it goes on, people are going to be seen for what they are and who they are, meaning high ups and low downs. But as in Nicki Minaj, or whatever her name is, has been speaking out and about stuff, and they've tried to deplatform her. And some people say, oh, they're all bad. They're not all bad, even if they've had to sing the songs now, meaning speak out, or they were put there for a place to see what was going on, or they know that certain things are falling, that they can speak out now. But basically, she's been speaking about truth, and they're trying to deplatform her. But what I see is those that are in the community that a lot of the kids watch, and young teenagers and adults get swayed by the celebs. So when they do start talking about truth, it's going to make people think, and that's what's happening. You can tell it's happening because it's all trickling out stronger and stronger, week by week, week by week. Got to dash, have a good night. Oh, yeah, thank you, Dave. So, and there's other people as well, so that's all good. And I believe apparently they have deplatformed Britney Spears, which is, well, some people will say, oh, it's because she's this. Some people will say, well, I think she was caught up in all that, and I think she was programmed. We know about monarch training and stuff and all this stuff that goes on, if you get what I'm saying, with the control that goes on. So, when people start talking out, they don't like it, but it's tough because this is happening, whatever. So, hi, Sue. So, I wrote in this book today. Yeah, so, and that's why I say you have to be aware. You don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time if something, popped up and you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. The lovely walk in nature, seeing the abundance and the woodland animals going about their business. Watering. Watching the light reflect off the water and onto the tree leaves, so calming and magical, which was when I was sat with the trees and that water area, and it all just flickers and it's all beautiful and magical, and it's just magical. Very, very healing. The people who inspire me every day to be a better person, that's people around me in my life, inspirational people on YouTube, any other platforms, friends around me that inspire me, by the way they act and are, inspire me. There's a lot of friends, there's a lot of YouTube friends behind the scenes that I talk to, and sometimes when I'm a bit ragged about something, they listen to me. You lot as well, you all know who you are, in the past and now. And everyone who comes in chat, you lot inspire me as well. You lot help me to grow and, expand. Hitler's moustache, why do you think I got banned? Putting videos up about something. The leaves on the floor on my nature walk reminding me that I need to let go still of things, and a lot of us do need to. The presence of people's souls in all forms and their stories, old and new. That's like when you're listening to people. Hi, Patricia Spitz, dear Space. I can't speak today. Patricia, how are you? It's nice to see you. Just had I think it was today, and I put it up on the community post. A picture come up on my Facebook that I can't get in unless I'm posting something. It's just mad. Of when I went to my convention and met Paul on the plane and Mark Sargent and Mark Devlin, and I can't remember all the names, but everybody who was over there. So that was fun to see, you know, friends and the people I met in this whole awakening series of going through different rabbit holes and stuff, and it's all beautiful, so it's good. Yeah, I'm well. So I love listening to other people's stories about how they woke up, what they went through, what their trauma was, and how they're moving from it, because we all are, and we're all doing that in different ways. It's boring if we're all the same. And then the last one I've put, there's probably loads more to add to this, was me learning to love me every step of the way, every day. It's a process. That's why I wear my lovely rose quartz bracelet that I made, because it's remembering that rose quartz is a lot to do with self-love. So if anyone's interested, get yourself a notebook and write your gratitudes out. Be happy, what makes you happy every day. And it'll make you focus on that as well. I just want to fill this book up. Because my other book that I used to do it, and it's got like set things in it, and I thought I might go over sometimes, so it's best to just have a little notebook. And I like it because, like I said, it says be happy. It is about building people's frequencies up and worthiness and all that. And I'm going to play Mark's chat in a minute of the little bit where he talks a bit about that, and how what I was talking about today with a certain energy that always comes around, funny enough, is when you hear about the new earth, this, that and the other, no one knows what that's going to be at the minute. We know it's a good place, but what I'm trying to say is those people who do that, and anyone who's had that sort of experience, and I know Patricia has, rose quartz in my bedroom for that reason, yes, girl, is, I've got pink on, don't look like I've got pink on because this lighting's terrible, is, that is not the way of, you could say 50 and beyond if you're into them sort of chats, meaning the consciousness that we're going to, that's very old consciousness. It's negative, it's not needed anymore, it's a thing that we're trying to move out of, and it's programmed, and it's attachments and things like that. So it isn't, it's dividing, as we all know, and there's division everywhere. Hi, Indigo. So I'm going to play it, but like I said, I've got my magnesium I'm going to test tonight. I've got a deck of cards on the floor. I need my water, and we've got Yoda, because we are not this crude matter. We are luminous light beings, and why would you not shine your light? Keep shining your light. Know that moths will come, but the moths get burnt because they're attracted to light. The more they get to that light of someone else, instead of focusing on themselves, they just crash and burn. So it's okay. It is okay. No, oh, sorry. When Hitler's moustache was asking, I haven't been banned again. It's the title that's gone up. When I come on my computer, I never know how to change it till after. So the old title's up. So I haven't. And that's why someone's just said about having another, I get it now, sorry, having another platform. I've not. This is, I've been banned quite a few times, but yeah, this is just an old title. Ignore it. If anyone comes in, let them know, because I was fast asleep to what was being said there. So we've got, who have we got in before I play this? We've got Dobbsy Dave, Mark, Son, Mystical, Sue, Patricia, the lovely Patricia, Indigo, and Starlight of the Divine, and whoever else is watching now. You know, I know a lot of people sit in the background and just chill out and watch. And I've had a beautiful message today. Well, I've had people coming back that I haven't seen for a while, you know, because they're busy and stuff like that. It just makes me wonder if shadow banning stopped or something. I don't know, it's weird. And then I've had a lovely message of someone said they've been seeing me, they've been watching me since I used to talk about a certain junior person. So that was really lovely. I love that. I just love it. It's nice to know that there's still people there. They don't speak a lot, but they'll comment now and again, and it surprises me when they say they've been with me that long, but they will have seen also, hopefully, my growth and expansion on my personal journey, because it's logged on YouTube, obviously. And when I have my little triggers or whatever, it's all there, but we're all going through the same thing, so that's fine. So, yeah, so sorry to Hitler's moustache. I didn't understand what you were saying, but now I do get what you're saying. Yeah, so just be aware in chat, moderators, just in case, you know, the dark side comes in. Anyway, me and Yoda are going to play this lovely bit of a chat, if I can find the right space, where Matt Catwood was talking. I did put it on my community page, so you can go and listen to it anyway, but it was a really good chat, what they were saying about the exhaustion of the Ascension, because no one said it was easy. So I'm going to play that, and it lines up with, and we've got 17 in, so it lines very up with stuff. It lines up with what I was saying today when I had a bit of a response rant to certain energies. It matches up with it, and it would do, because there's a lot of things sinking, because it is what's going on, you know, within and without people. So let me just go and find it. So I can't see anybody's comments because I've got to go over on the phone. I can't see it on here. So I'm just going to go over to Mark Atwood, find that, and I've got to find the right place as well. So he was talking to lovely lady Madonna, who's done stuff with Alpha Sonny. Let me see if we're at the right place.
Utter bliss and harmony, unity, none of this. I said to her, you know, like, imagine, forget about 5D.
To me, it was in August, and not August. I was getting up and going, well, what's the point of doing anything? If I'm going on a ship, what's the point of doing anything? And then I had to go through.
I'm just going to get through it a little bit.
I had to go through this process in order to come to the conclusion. What dawned on me is that I finally understood that Buddhist phrase, before enlightenment chop.
Right, I'm just going to play it. I'm not going to hold it up and show it, because it's just Mark talking to Madonna. Just want you to listen to it, because I'm not sure what part it starts at, about sort of what I was going on about this morning with the people who want to be in negativity, and you know, it's not really the way we're going and stuff like that. So we're just going to listen to it. I can't see chat anyway, so talk amongst yourselves, and you can go and check this out anyway.
Will carry water. I've been enlightenment chop. Something I've known about 30 years but never truly got. And since then, I've done my best to get up every day and chop wood, carry water. You know, it's...
Literally?
Well, literally and metaphorically. If I chop wood all day, I'll never get anything done on here. But, you know, mow the lawn, wash the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make the dinner, chop wood, carry water.
Yeah.
What about you?
What about me? Well, I'm like I said earlier, you know, I try to stay there, the higher realms, because it's much more fun. You know, it's like, let's face it, you know, who wants to hang around here in the 3D? It's like getting...
Well, we do, because we chose it.
Absolutely.
This is a theme park ride for us. We just, we're up there. I'm getting it now. I'm getting it in my ear. Up there, we're laughing our head off at this.
I know.
Which is difficult for people to understand when there's all this suffering going on. That's the hard.
When he's talking about it's difficult to understand when all this suffering is going on, because you're saying we're all laughing up there. It is like that. You look from a different perspective. It's like, oh my God, like, he does mention the Hunger Games and certain stuff, but it's like, oh my God, we are laughing up there because it's so blatant to see what's going on with certain things. But
a hard part of all of this, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just having this conversation the other day with another 5D soul. I said to her, you know, like, imagine, forget about 5D, but let's go to 50-50, right? Where we're just like oming.
boring.
We're like, we're just not in that vibration. I mean, how freaking boring is that, right?
Yeah. When I got told that 25D was the where we come from yesterday, I don't know. The levels I'm not sure about. I know that I go to places and I experience things and I see things, and I don't want to come back. I mean, a lot of the healing I've done recently, the healers have told me I'm in the 14th dimension.
Wow.
And while I'm there, I love it. And they're like, Mark, come back. And I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm going to stay here. And then they call me an hour later, have you come back yet? And I'm like, no, I don't really want to come back. I'm really literally going.
Yeah. But I mean, like that, we are given little respites like that, we're able to travel somehow astrally, multidimensionally. We get a glimpse of what it's like going home, and then we're like, oh, not yet. You have still a lot to do down here. Come back, come back, come back, right? And there are days when I just sit here, and I'm very blessed to be here in Island Paradise, where I have this beautiful view of the sea. Like, today I just like gawked at the blueness of the sea. I'm still asking, like, why can't I just be here? What is the purpose of all of this? This great awakening, right? And the higher self, or when she wants to talk to me, she's pretty consistent. She pretty consistent. It's telling me that you're here because you have a lot to learn from it, and you asked for it so that you can grow.
Self-development, basically.
And also, you've come here at this time in this planet where all this, the density and the darkness of the dark agendas and all that are being exposed. That's not really the point of the Great Awakening. The point is for you to understand that this is how toxic humans have become, right? For humans and others.
Right, this is it. I can't see chat. Where she said, when she got into the bit of this is how toxic humans have become, well, they have. Because we've become toxic within food and stuff like that because of stuff that's put in it. But it's also that how people have become, a bit like what I was trying to say this morning with how people have become jealous, hatred for people, all this sort of low vibing energy which we're supposed to be raising our frequencies above that, because that is not a loving energy. It's a fear energy. So yeah, people have become very toxic and selfishness and all sorts of things. And basically this is where they start talking about that, which is what I was basically speaking about today, and they've just done it in another way, but it's still the same thing but beautifully put. So we're just going to listen to that. Like I said, can't see anybody in chat, so if you're a moderator, just let people know and let them also know that it's the wrong title.
And beings, that it is not sustainable. So we're going to move forward into a future, right? But it's very important that you lot understand.
And it's not sustainable to be in that energy, as we know, because it's soul destroying. It destroys people and each other, and basically it's Hunger Games, everyone out for themselves. That's not the sort of energy, and I will just emphasise that because a lot of people out there don't understand. And like I said today, they go on about unity, but they're not actually in that because of how they're behaving.
Don't repeat it again.
That they don't repeat it again, they learn by it and they don't repeat it again. And that's what I was saying today about people in cycles, and it's come round to the same time of year and they're in the same cycle. It's like Groundhog Day. It's about not repeating them cycles. That's how you get out of it.
It's like, we cannot do this again. We cannot. So we're going to be moving forward where, we're just going to be living in complete, utter bliss and harmony. Unity, none of this.
Not just yet. No one knows what that's going to be yet, but
us and them and friction and division and exclusion, and we're gonna get pretty freaking advanced. Okay, so do the work now, the 3D work, and then it's gonna be all party.
But you've got to do the work.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it, Mark.
Well, that's what I'm looking forward to, the party. I know that big time. I can feel it coming.
Can you feel it?
Loads of things that pop into my head when you're talking, and I know that people will be watching this who are saying, "I've just had enough. I've just had enough."
Well, people saying that.
We are there too.
Yeah, well, definitely. There are moments where I feel like the stress is. The hardest thing for me at the moment is my kids going.
And this is what I was trying to say about being tired, not depleted from other energies. The whole thing's tiring when you're trying to go through everything and help people and this, that and the other. So totally resonated.
Because it's like I really don't want them to go, and especially because it's abuse what's going on. But
yes.
But that's also their journey too. They're choosing this, and I can't stop. I can't control everything. So that's tough. I also get emails from people saying that people their mums and that have had this and they've dropped dead, and you know that's going on. That's for all of those that are experiencing that. I feel for all of you. That's really, you know, that's what I mean with the suffering side of this. It's and some people might be watching this and thinking, oh, these crazy people talking about going into dimensions. What are they talking about? What you know? And that's also what this is about, because listening to people like us talk about that means that you might hopefully start to think, well, maybe I should start listening to this inner voice and going into it, because it's, you know, it's really a frequency thing. Everything's a frequency thing, and you're getting your soul into alignment with the frequency of your higher self and the other dimensions means that you will start to find out who you really are.
Which I've talked about today.
Peeling back these layers, because the level of mind control has been so deep, and the level of this.
See, syncing up, this was after I did my thing. I talked about that today, knowing who you really are. The level of programming, I was talking about that this morning when I was talking about stuff early this morning.
Corruption has been so deep, and the level of corruption is so deep that people are kind of climbing out of the pits like this, and it's going to be, and there are these terrible, terrible truths that people are going to have to face, that people like you and I, for some reason, seem to be able to cope with those things.
And that's exactly what I've been saying. There's people who won't look at stuff because they know their mind, they're not going to be able to cope with it. I've seen some of that stuff. I didn't cope with it at the beginning, but I do now. And I don't need to go looking at stuff because I know what's going on with certain bits and bobs. But I can cope with it. Clearly I can cope with it, because if I couldn't, I wouldn't be on here. I'd be in a different form of energy. I'd probably be crying all over the place, this, that and the other. But that's why certain people won't look at stuff, talk about stuff. They don't really want to go there with certain stuff because they can't cope with it, which is understandable. So you're quite a strong person if you can look at stuff, not be in fear of stuff, have your bubble burst and carry on forward with a smile on your face still. It's quite strong.
It's about satanic ritual abuse many times and put it into poems and stuff like that. And it's weird because some people just go, oh, what? That's evil. That's horrible. It's so disgusting. I can't. How could a human do that to anybody else? And because they can't even look at it, they can't go there. That keeps them where they are. And so I got told a while ago that I'm a bridge.
Yeah.
I've been told a lot of things. You know, I saw a list on Telegram yesterday. There was a massive list of people that you shouldn't listen to because they're shills, and I was on the list, which I was quite shocked.
He's on the shill list. Most of us been on the shill list, and that's an understatement. And people who don't understand, you know, they think some people are, but they don't actually know, because they don't actually know really who's who, because they don't actually know the people in real life. Like I said today about certain people thinking they know me when they actually don't and never met me in my life, only trying to get information off what they think they see on here. So same sort of chat.
Well, actually, because there was some big names in there. But
well, Marcus, can you just explain? I mean, I know the term and the connotation, but just like...
And like Mark says, it gets chucked around because people hear that word getting chucked around, and they hear it off the media and this, that and the other, and a lot of people repeat it, and because someone else has said it, they believe it. They don't go and research into things or people, they just believe it because somebody said it who maybe they like. So, and that's basically what Mark says as well.
On what the real significance of the word shill means?
It's one of those words that we picked up. Everybody has started using in the last year, like intel and shill and the dark. And there's loads of terms that I never want to hear again. But I think shill just means that you are fake in some way. And I first really came across this with my friend Matt, whose brother Jeff died in 9/11. And Matt was one of the early interviews I did on this channel. And Jeff was, I knew Jeff, and Jeff, we all went to school together. Jeff was a year below me and Matt. And then Matt started questioning the official story of 9/11, and he had an incredible journey. Go and look him up, Matt Campbell. And he got told, he was in these forums back in the 2000s, and there were people there saying that Jeff Campbell never existed. and it was all fake, and the Matt Campbell was a shill, an MI6 agent, and I'm like, and there were people believing it, believing.
I've had that about me. I'm an FBI, I'm a CIA, I'm a super soldier, and this, that. I never laughed so much in my life.
This guy, and that's when I really first came across what a shill is, and it really does take resilience to cope with hatred and bullshit from people about your life and who you are and everything.
I love when he says that. It takes a lot of resilience for people to, take on, like what he just said, people's bullshit. I'll just say that again, I'll play it again, of what people think you are and that, of what they think you are, when they know nothing about you, which is true. That's what I was trying to talk about this morning. So,
and I'm like, and there were people believing him.
Strong person.
Believing this guy. And that's when I really first came across what a shill is. And it really does take resilience to cope with hatred and bullshit from people about your life and who you are and everything else when you're online. But I got prepared for it years ago because I employed a psychopath from Australia who demanded shares in my company when he was ripping me off. And he still and then he created an online hate campaign against me. This was back in, I don't know, 20.
I had that on a small level. I had someone that put out an actual, it's still out there, an actual, what was it? Channel, just on me. The Deception of Dolly Daydream. And it's still there. I mean, eldest son the other week said, do you know there's a web? Yeah, I know who it is. I know what it's about. But who the hell who goes and does that? But that thing that I was talking about this morning is that sort of energy of taking all the time up to do that, to make a complete channel just on me, it's quite a what's the word, a compliment, really. Got to look at it like that, look at the silver lining. But this is what these people do.
10, something like that. And it gutted me. I was, all my intentions were good. My intentions with him were good. My intentions with everything was good. But there I was being accused of ripping people off, lying and all, and I was like, what? How could somebody?
Same energy I was talking about this morning has done that same thing.
How could somebody do that? So evil.
Yeah.
How evil it was. And at the time, I was teaching internet marketing stuff, which was kind of newish then. And when I lost friends, I lost people that I really respected. Suddenly, they believed him, and I was like, how? What? And then I saw the power of confirmation bias, because you only have to drop doubt into people's minds, and then if they've heard doubt,
and that's what mainstream media do.
2 or 3 different sources, they then start to latch onto that idea, and it confirms their bias against you. And that is one of the hardest things about this. And also, there's lots of people out there saying that they're off the truth and off the lights and everything else. And throughout this whole time, I've never said a word against anybody since I started this channel. But there are certain people that I look at and I go, but I won't attack them because I don't really know. My intuition knows, and I listen to it. But I'd never go out and start slagging somebody off, because you never know.
Because I'll put it this way, with what's coming and what's coming out about stuff, when you're on YouTube and you've got a platform, you can delete what you want, but it's never really deleted. So you've got to remember, what you're putting out has been seen by people, will be seen, and people will remember. So, as these things get more and more apparent, a lot of people are going to start looking very silly. And that's fine. But if you're adamant that someone's really doing something, because you just think it is because of something that I don't know, the way you're feeling, and it's not true, get ready for backlash if that happens. You've put yourself out there, you've said what you've said, be prepared and take responsibility for what may come along with what you put out. And that's why I'm always saying, be careful what you put out and what you say to yourself also, because it comes back in. And that's no fault of anybody else. That's fault of you, and I mean just people out there, me, whatever you're putting out, people putting out, be careful. And don't moan if you get backlash for something that you may not have been sure about. You just thought it might be this because someone had said this and this, Chinese whispers, and you've gone and put it out there as it is a truth. and it's not going to look very good. And the thing is with that is as well, people aren't going to trust people who are lying about people and trying to make people, throw people under the bus at the time when all they were trying to do was good things. So it's not going to look good. So I'm just saying, you know, be wary if you're on a platform.
The truth, the full truth about anybody. And I think that's what this time's all about. This spiritual quarantine, as you called it, this we chose to be here. We can't make a pearl without enormous pressure.
Self-development.
Okay, so we're all under this enormous pressure, which is ongoing until the pearl is created. I've talked a lot, sorry.
No. Well, yeah, you talked about the truther community. Yeah, you know, within this community, the division has spread like the freaking virus itself, no? Like the mockery, right? I mean, like, I know everyone is on this journey of seeking truth, right? And I believe that one can only really handle the gravity of the truth at the level of which they can cope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
I do.
Definitely.
Right? Like, I mean, you talk about fairies, and I'm completely down with you on that, because I live amongst them, right? They look after me. But I'm sure half of the truther community saying that you're bonkers. Absolute, like, woo-hoo, right? I mean, when you look at the community as a whole and the truths that they seem to provide, I feel that the only truths that they are focused on are the low density, the low density, dimensionality truth, right? And we're not discarding that crimes against humanity is not there, right? But you know, that's it. That's all they want to focus on.
Well, because it matches their. That's what I was talking about.
Matches the frequency.
Because the messages that you get drawn to are coming.
And this is what I was saying. People attract like-minded people, the people of that frequency they're in. So I know I get beautiful people in my chat because the frequency put out. Other people can get shitty people in. Same like-mindedness because of what they're putting out. And I was saying that this morning as well.
From people vibrating at the same frequency as you. So if you're vibrating at a lower frequency, you will be obsessed with that stuff. I mean, it's a higher frequency than the mainstream media frequency, but it's not much higher. But that's stepping up the path, right? So that's why I'm saying it's all about matching the frequency. If you are going inside, you're raising your frequency. You start to.
So there was that, and then there was.
I was watching Captain America the other night again.
Well, they were talking about you know, looking at films. Captain America, there's so much good in them films. Not all films are bad. We were talking about the Hunger Games. Started watching that. I didn't want to watch it because you know what that's all about. That's what they were trying to do, and you see bits of that going on. So do watch it yourself. But I'm just going to try and.
He's not gonna roll up the vaccines, and I was just out there. It's not gonna happen. And then of course it happened, and it's happening, right? And yeah, so every day I'm trying.
Basically, anyway, because I know it's a bit shouty and loud on that. If you watch it, they do talk about Mr. T and what all that is about. And she's like, I think he's an archangel, and he's like, I don't know what he is, but we know what he's doing. But people don't understand. So if you don't like him, you're going to get triggered if you listen to that. But you know, resonating with everything they say, resonating with the whole energy that we're talking about, that I was talking about this morning, because it is what's going on within people. But like I said, they do talk about like the new earth, the 5D, a lot of people talk about, and we all see sort of how it is, but we all really don't know either, because we know, but we actually know nothing, but we know good things are coming. How that'll roll out and when it rolls out, we don't know, but they do talk about, I'm back in chat now, how a lot of people will, you have to do the work to get there as well, as if like an initiation, but or it could just turn tomorrow, it could be another 6 months, whatever, but people need to do the work and get on board with it. So you'll know what I mean if you go and watch that. I've just seen Lois say, we just watched The Octopus Teacher, beautiful documentary. I told you you'd love it. I know you put a crying face, even though it's beautiful. A lot of teachings in it about those sort of sacrifices as a mother, you want to say, but how gorgeous is that documentary? Please go and watch The Octopus Teacher is the best thing you're going to see if you've not seen it. It's an absolute beautiful documentary of a relationship with a guy and an octopus. It is, isn't it, Miss Q? It's so beautiful. It teaches us a lot as well, and it shows you that a lot, you know, they put out sometimes animals are dumb, they're not conscious. Yes, they are, every being is. Octopuses are really intelligent, and you wonder, you look at them and do think they're quite alien. I mean, who knows? They're very, but just go and watch it and you'll know exactly what I mean. If you want to get out of the shit that's going on, go and watch that, because it's absolutely beautiful. And we've got Miss Q in as well, and anyone else who may have popped in. So, yeah, it was gorgeous. So, yeah, it was lovely that Mark Atwood had done that chat with the lovely Madonna. And they were talking about the exact same things I was talking about this morning, you know, and it was quite a few hours back now, but obviously after I'd done mine. So, that was resonating with me. Loads of people are resonating on the same, you know, they know stuff's going down. We know stuff's happening. We know a lot of the side that have been in control a lot are falling and being seen, and celebs are shouting out, people are shouting out. That's why people get confused with a lot, because they think some people are part of things which they're not, and it's all confusing because it's an age of information and there's so much information. That's where people are getting unstuck, because there's so much, they don't know who to trust, who to look at, they think they're telling the truth, they're not, who knows. Don't worry about it too much, because you're gonna see in the end anyway. And it's not about, oh my God, I knew it, or it's about, I think we're going to be surprised the people we thought and didn't think, you know. And we're not really talking about day-to-day people on, you know, YouTube, because that's what some other people seem to think it is. It's ridiculous. We're talking about the big ups, you know, the bigger, higher up people with certain things. So it's amazing when you're looking in the right places and understanding stuff and not get caught up in the bullshit and other people's bullshit. Just like Mark said before with certain things. And people like to say they know, but actually they don't know. We don't all know. No. And that's why people get confused with a lot with Mr. T when they think someone's on his side. But then it's confusing because they're perceived as bad, then he must be bad because they're on his side. People have got to understand in the Republicans, there's been shite asses. There's been good people in the Democrats. There's also shite asses. There's both on both sides. They were trying to just weed them out. They had them there for a little bit because, as you know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You don't let them know what you're doing. So, you know, the art of war. People need to really get on form with that. They're the sort of books that were brought out in number 17 a while back. And the stuff that's going on, you know, the hunt for Red October, maybe we're nearly at October. I said to my dad today, putting it out there, the hunt for Red October is so multi-layered, but what if it is meaning Red October Republicans? Because I believe Mr. T is doing a few things coming up now, rallying, or not rallying, but I don't know, whatever he's doing. So, interesting, isn't it? 17 watching, yes, Londonground, not seeing you for a while. I'm really wondering, it's really weird that loads of people have come back like I've been unshadow banned or something. But then it's not weird because shit's happening, isn't it? Shit's happening. So it's all good. And I hope everyone's growing trapped as well. The octopus reached out to me as a kid from a tank. Yeah, and held on to me and stuff. You need to go, if you have not seen the documentary film Octopus Teacher, you need to go and watch it straight after this, because it's the most beautifulest thing you'll have seen. It's very uplifting, yeah, a bit emotional in bits, but it's lovely. It's so lovely. Hello, Dolly and all. Hello. Yes, the seaweed was spectacular. The seaweed. It was an underwater forest. It was beautiful, and oh God. I want an octopus friend. It was that I've got Yoda. It was so beautiful. Oh, but yes, it is a lovely story. I'm just going to harp on about it. Totally recommend it to the highest of high things to watch. So yeah, basically, I just wanted to shout that out because it was really good, and they were talking about other little things about other certain stuff. And it was just good uplifting, and why people should be uplifting. And why we're raising people's vibrations and this, that and the other. And it was just a lovely chat. So It is up on my community post, but it wasn't Mark Atwood's Exhaustion in Ascension. It is exhausting. Been at this for a while and people have been at it before, but it does deplete your energy, as in your own energy, because it's quite draining with, like, you know, getting up every day, living in two worlds, two realms. If you've got kids, this, that and the other, all that stuff going on together is. And sometimes you forget to recharge your batteries, and that's why we have to remind each other to recharge our batteries, get out in nature, get the sun on you, and all that stuff, like I was doing today when I was doing the little wittering in the woods. And I called it witchy witterings because I thought it's quite fitting. Dark witches and white witches, which ones are you? Do you know what I mean? The ones putting out the fear and the shit and the putting in bad intentions out and bad-mouthing people. Darkness. The ones who are trying to inspire people, that's white magic. Oh yeah. So, you know, triggered. That's in what are we talking about? Oh yeah. An Indigo was saying the moon today, took a picture of it, saw something above it, but when I went out, it was massive, glowing like the sun. Where it is now, where is it now? Can't see it right at the minute, but glowing like the sun. It was massive, beautiful, massive all around. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, I keep knocking this over. Labradorite. Keep positive thoughts ignore again during the day. Yeah, that's what you've got to do. You've got to put your intentions out and keep vibing high and catch yourself and remember, and then put the positivity out throughout the day so you don't get caught down in all the, you know, the negative energy, let's say. You know, you've got to remember that. I will check tonight, Janine. Yeah. So, yeah, I've just decided to pull some cards out of the Sacred Rebels, because we are Sacred Rebels. And I was saying to someone, I can't wait to see who's who and what's what, because it's going to be quite interesting to see, you know, what we're sort of right about, if you get what I'm saying. Cosmic Heart. Oh, I love Baby Yoda. I love Baby Yoda. That's so gorgeous. May the Force be with you. You know, the Force. Your Force. Oh, yeah, I love Baby Yoda. I treated myself because I've got Chewbacca. I love Chewbacca. I took Chewie. It's Sasquatch. And then I just love Baby Yoda. Ooh, what have we got here? Ooh. We've got number 33. Heaven sent. Heaven sent. My name means gift from God. I laugh about this all the time. And also my nickname Dolly means gift from God, which is the weirdest thing ever because they're not even the same name, but I laugh about it all the time. And I am going to read out the book of this little, I've not done these for ages, number 33, Christ Consciousness, high state of being in the heavenly realm, heavenly sent information and light codes, energy, boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you can see that, but it's beautiful. So, let's have a read what 33 says. Ooh, that master number everyone freaks out about. Right. 33. 33. Oh, why do you think they go against that number and use it? Right. And revert it and shit all over it and everything like that. Just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others. Yes. Talking about that today. To acknowledge how much we mean to them. So too we receive gifts on other levels, including the spiritual level. Of course we do. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help and it may be given. Asking you will receive. Which is what the lovely Lois was telling me today in a chat we were having. A spiritual gift that also can be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it is our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do lists, we don't often stop to think about what our hearts might need. And this goes back into self-love and everything. If we do, and an immediate solution is not obvious, we just get on with life, either letting the issue be or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. Yes, my fellow was talking about that the other day with friends of his. And that's what people do. They dwell on it and don't look at how it can be resolved, which is a bit like what I was saying today with people focusing on people shouldn't focus on people, they should focus on themselves. Then maybe that problem will go away. However, there is loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can best come to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively speaks to assist us in walking our life path. The loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you are appreciating how lovely it looks, but it is the underlying energy that captures you. Something in appearance or colour or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. People don't tune into things and they don't see things. They think it's just, oh, that doesn't mean that. Tuning in, and you are getting, the universe doesn't speak in, it speaks in numbers, but it doesn't speak in hello, how are you doing sort of way. It speaks in symbology, numbers and stuff like that. So you've got to start looking out for that. You're getting a lot of numbers in and things like that. But it is just a wrapping. The actual gift is subtle yet effective empowerment. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength and greater peace. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly, but not quite, being able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. The spiritual gift may or not be recognisable to you. It may be obvious, an offer, a windfall, a trip, a friendship, a new lover, or a remarkable healing in a current relationship. I was talking about that, was it this morning, about how messages come in, or was it yesterday? And certain things come into your life, when you focus on things, certain situations and people and things come into your life. I know by going to the hairdresser tomorrow, it could be an opportunity for me and stuff that I do and things like that. So, you've got to get out there in the world. You just don't know. The people that you're going to meet, that's why it's so important to be around people, talk to people, communicate, get out in the community and get out. We've had enough of sitting in. It might be far more subtle, it might be far more subtle and even more powerful, just a jolt of energy that allows you to perceive things differently. All of a sudden, or perhaps solve a problem that has been plaguing you. It will be bestowed as and when it needs to, as when needed, in the form that will best serve you, the love in you. This oracle also brings you the message, let yourself be helped. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. If you have also drawn the oracle card of collaborative dreaming, which we haven't, this message is amplified. It is a very significant that assistance is coming from the hand of life itself. Trust it. The oracle also comes with the message that you are to trust in the things you feel and say to others without knowing why. You don't have to know why. It's a feeling and it's a knowing, and I've said this before, and you've got to trust in that. I trusted yesterday. I know what was going on with what I was doing yesterday with those girls. I knew exactly what was going to go on, and it was even better than I thought because I trusted my power, my gift, my intuition, and I believe in myself with that sort of stuff. And I don't let others bring me down on that, Hi, Big Rainbow Wizard. So, yes, trust things. We've been talking about that with friends as well. You might not understand, but though trust, you are allowing yourself not to overthink and censor yourself. As such, you are able to become a vessel through which the spiritual gift can be passed on to others. Yep, don't block yourself. Let life happen through you. Let them energies through you. Only benefit can come from this. If you have drawn another card, blah, 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 blah. So, Whenever you draw the oracle card of heaven sent, in addition to another card, the universe, well, we are doing another card actually, really wants your attention. It is saying, look, love is speaking to you directly here, so pay attention. Really feel the truth of what is being said and trust it. You are being helped. And I, funny enough, sort of said that this morning about people not listening to people, not really truly listening to what people are saying. Really feel the truth of what is being said. It is simple to receive the gift that is headed your way. The healing process below will activate that for you. And there's a little healing process which says, say, through unconditional love, I now accept the spiritual gifts that are bestowed upon me with complete trust and gratitude. So be it. So there you go. I've not come into chat yet. We're going to do another one because I haven't done this deck for a while. We've got Jane of Talk in the house. It's so mad that loads of people have come back. It's like a beacon. It's like, I'm sure I've been shadow banned. It's bonkers. It's dead nice to see. And that's just another sign for me. For myself. But what do you feel? Number 9. Are you balancing yourself? Let's see what this card says. Number 9, divine. Number 9. There was something I was singing at the beginning. If anyone can comment later, I don't know what the tune was and I can't remember what it is, but it came in and I can't remember. There are many options around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others. When it all comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? Because we all are. And how your path is your path to be chosen, lived and created. That's why people shouldn't be getting arsy about other people's lives and paths, because it isn't your business. Your business is your path and how you lived and created it. Only by you. Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. This is what I was trying to say this morning with that, and like Mark Atwood and that was saying about other people's energies. People think they can sway over people's thinking. They think they can, what was it saying on there? Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power. You hold the power, nobody else. But if you're letting someone take over that and take power away from you and putting you, swaying your decision of something, they're taking your power away, and repercussions will come with that. You can't change somebody's course. I mean, it's not for you to change somebody's course. And if you are doing that sort of, I don't know, blasting energy at someone to try and sort of move it, be ready for the repercussions, because it's not your path. So I see it anyway. In the long run, this oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have been thinking about which way to go with a matter of importance, and you have got a bit stuck in the logic of the decision-making process. If anyone's feeling like that, and it's all right to go through. We all go through it. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later on if needed. And that's what a lot of people do, because there's a lot of people who are in certain things before, in a certain way of thinking. Now they're moving because they're seeing certain things, and then they've flipped to the other side. And I was saying this a few days ago, it's all right to do that. Some people are in fear of doing that because they don't want to look like people would say something about them, or they're contradicting themselves or whatever. No, it's called change, and you are allowed to change your mind, and you are allowed to choose, and you do have a choice to move away from that or not, and you shouldn't be worried about making a choice because of what friends think or whatever it is. If we are slightly off base with a decision, life will often shift and move to guide us back on track. But some people don't see it. We don't have to be perfect, in fact, and we don't have to be perfect. No, nobody is. We're perfectly imperfect. There is rarely ever a perfect choice to be made. Just some choices that feel more heart-honouring than others. Sometimes we can only really know knowing in hindsight if we have made the best choice possible in that moment. At the time of decision making, we only really have our internal wisdom to rely on, and that is all that we need. The oracle of what do you feel is telling you there is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices, because a lot of people do that. They go on about stuff, and even with the Great Awakening, when they realize some certain stuff even about themselves, they'll probably traumatize themselves because, you know, they're punishing themselves about certain decisions, which you shouldn't be doing. That's down to self-love again, and forgiving. I think that's what Mark Atwood was also talking about on his chat that I just played a little bit of. So that's linking up again. Just making a choice will set things in motion. The best way to catalyse the situation you are in and bring about healing change. Stimulate your creative juices and find more inspired. Was this not what I was talking about this morning about the people who are inspiring people, being inspired about things that you love? Be inspired, energised, and enjoyable approach to life. Well, my cards are always right, and that's what I was saying this morning. Trying to get people into that way of thinking, and just with the book that I read about what I was happy about today. Not based on anyone else's feelings, as I was saying today, just yours. So ask yourself, what do I feel right now? And go from there. If you cannot relate to the need to make a choice between two or more clear alternatives, then the oracle brings you this message. You are at a crossroads in your journey, and the choices that you make at this time, even simply choosing to do things a little differently without much drama, talked about that this morning, associated with the decision, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter your life. Take a different approach, and I've talked about this week about taking a different approach of doing something that you don't normally do, of the opposite, to get you out of a routine and a rut, breaking the chains, breaking the programming. Take a different approach to something, be open to which makes you uncomfortable. I was talking about that the other day as well. But could be exciting and interesting. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most wonderful thing ever, in brackets, too much pressure, and more that you simply take an action from the heart, which we all talk about with intentions. Open up to the magic, the creative magic of life, and don't worry about how it is going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting all the details out, which it is, so we haven't really got to worry. And you are not immune to the plan. In fact, you are a natural part of it, so just spend time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfect, because basically it is. It just looks very chaotic. And we do get caught up in it, and it is quite funny in a sense. But yeah, just thought I'd pull them. I'm not doing cards today. I know I said I'd do some readings, but I'm not, because I'm going soon. I need to get a shower, and I've got some adventures this weekend that I need to get set up for. But I am going to read for this reading's for everybody in chat anyway. It's a collective reading, and I'm just going to pull one out of what is it? Ask and it is given. These for everybody collectively, if it were collectively feeling like that anyway. So, and then I'll just come into chat before I go, because I'm going to go and check my magnesium spray out. It's great to see people that I've not seen for ages, and it's lovely to see Jane of Torquay in chat as well. It's lovely. It's really nice. That's just a big message to me, personally. Nice. Ooh, there we go. What's this one saying? It says, I can accept myself as a vibrational being. We are not this crude matter. We are luminous light beings. And it says, once you begin to accept yourself as a vibrational being who attracts all the things that come into your experience. Once you understand the correlation, I can't say, between what you are thinking, feeling, and what you are receiving, you then hold the keys to get from wherever you are to wherever you want to be on all subjects, because you create your reality. No one's doing nothing to you. You're doing it to yourself. So as I go on and on about focusing on, yes, it is law of attraction and all that good stuff, people poo-poo that because they don't actually put the true meaning to it, feel into it, or actually visualise it and hold it. Is you attract what you are. And that's fine. Just depends where you want to be at. So again, once you begin to accept yourself as a vibrational being who attracts all that comes into your experience, once you understand the correlation between that you are thinking, feeling, and what you are receiving, you then hold the keys to get from wherever you are to wherever you want to be on all subjects. And I feel like doing another one, so I'm going to do another one. Totally Hemp's in the house as well. Resonance 7. I love the number 7. Oh, there it goes. It was that one. Oh. The elephant. We got an elephant. And it says, since every request is granted, I feel no competition. Because we're not in competition, I've spoke about that before as well. Each point of view matters. Every request is granted. There is no end to the universal resources that fulfill these requests, and there is no end to the answers to the never-ending stream of questions. And for that reason, there is no competition. Because as I've said before, people are going fearing in lack. They talk about lack all the time. They're in competition. There is no lack. There's abundance everywhere. There is abundance for all, and that is going to be shown more and more. You know, they have tried to deplete certain areas and certain things in nature and this, that, and the other, but it's abundance, and there is abundance for all. So no one should be like the conversation I had with the girls that I did yesterday who work at a tattoo shop who did my piercing. They're just down the road from another tattoo shop. She went to say hi and introduce herself, and this man was like, "Are you going to start advertising tattoos?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, because I'm a tattoo shop." Getting a bit arsey because he thinks he's in competition. But he isn't in competition because he can't do everybody in our area. It'd be overrun. And the thing is as well, there's hairdressers next to hairdressers, nail shops next to nail shops, and they're all abundant. It's your mindset. People will go to the people that they like going. I go to a hairdresser's where I just go because I like it. There's a hairdresser, there's loads of hairdressers right next to each other. They're all still thriving. Because that one hairdresser can't everyone in the area, do you know what I mean? They just can't do it. But the more you think like that, you know, you'd be worried. You start going in fear and you start going in competition, and then it's all that. It just starts bringing you down. Because then you start looking at other people and you're too concerned with what they're doing and you're not really focusing on what you're doing, as I've said and said before. It will come. Have faith and trust in the visions. Don't worry too much about how it will happen. Just imagine yourself there. Exactly, Lois. And that's what Mark was saying with the lovely Madonna, because we know something beautiful's coming. We are imagining what it will be like, but we don't really know jack shit of how it's going to come in and what it will look like. And like they were explaining, a lot of people go, "Oh, we're going on ships. Oh, we're jumping on another planet. Oh, we're doing this." And I've seen some funny things that have happened over a few years with that. People thinking of wake up and on Christmas Day, literally jumping off. It's been hilarious to watch. It's not saying that that might not happen, and they were saying, is it a state of consciousness? That's what I believe it is. But if it is something bonkers where we all wake up out the Matrix and it's literally unplugging yourself like the Matrix, I just think that's more of a, I don't know what the right word is, metaphor thing, whatever. But even if it was, they were saying that, laughing about it, because it is funny. None of us truly know, and it would be amazing if it was something proper bonkers that we're all in up there in a sleep, and this is the dream, as a lot of people say, which is, so yeah, whatever. We've all gone through that, talked about it, but nobody truly knows. But it'd be hilarious if it was something absolutely like that, like proper off its noggin. It'd be great. It would be great. Whatever way it is, because it's going to be beautiful whatever way it is, but we do have to do the work. And that's why I always hold on to that. I don't hold on to it because it's just a knowing. But when 17 put out ages ago, and the last one will be magical. It's not the end, it's the beginning. And the last one will be magical. And that's like, Ooh. And I think even what we're envisioning, I think it's going to be even 100 times bloody even more better than what we will envision for our children's children, and so on and so forth. That's what I believe anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, be closer to festival places. Woohoo! Manifestation is lightning speed. Yeah, the manifestations have been coming in quite thick and fast for certain things. No, this is the beginning. I was hoping to put my feet up for a bit. The beginning of our world anyway, do you know what I mean? The fall of theirs and the beginning of ours. It's not the end of the world as people like to push out there and fear about and fearmonger about. It looks a bit like that, but no. It may be for some people, do you know what I mean? Because like I said, people's bubbles are burst. They're not going to seem like that at the beginning, but we're all getting there anyway. No matter where we are, we're all going to the same place. Eventually get there. So it's going to be interesting. So yeah, I've just come on for a little chat. I've done quite a few videos today. Probably make up for weekend if I'm not about, but I may try and film some bits. We will see. Depends what the weather's like and stuff like that. But yeah, so like I said, I've said all this today. I'm so happy that people have come in that I've not seen for a while, remembering names or profile pictures, and it's beautiful. It's really good. That's just, yeah, that's really nice. Nice to see people. And I remember, but like I said, keep your frequencies up. Do what you can do. Someone was asking for a list of something I use, and I can't remember what it. I did ask them what they were saying. I don't know if they've said. No, I haven't been banned for 2 weeks. It's the wrong title. I'm going to change it as soon as this goes. As soon as this goes down, I'm going to change it. I started recording, and it does it all the time. Puts up the wrong thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, Underground, I'm about to have a shower now, and I'm going to be using my magnesium oil. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to test that out. I've ran out of salts, because if I have a shower or a bath, I always put Epsom salts in. I put salt in even if I'm having a shower at the bottom. Very good for cleansing. Very good. If you have a shower before bed, and in the morning you're showering any shitty energy off that may have attached itself to you before you go to sleep, so you'll have more of a peaceful sleep. And vice versa in the morning. And if I had one on me and I said, no, sir, you could use my oils. But, yeah. Hi, Effie, I'm going now. This normally happens with you lot, with you. But like I said, if you just come in, so I got this little diary, notebook thing, and I'm just writing down what I'm grateful for. So I've wrote in quite a bit today about nature and the leaves on the trees and the presence of beautiful souls that I see all over the place. It's beautiful. Me learning to love every step of my way every day on my journey. I love people who inspire me. I love the light on the trees today when I was out in nature and how it reflects everywhere. Hi, National. I love the walk in nature and seeing the abundance and the woodland animals doing the thing. It was beautiful. Waving trees for me. YouTube friends that was telling me about my waving tree. That was bonkers. And then I got told about people who've been talking about waving trees. The elements, the elementals. I couldn't even tell you. It was bonkers. No wind, no nothing. This tree's like, I'm just thinking, hi. And Mark Atwood apparently is going to be doing something next week about the fairies in Ireland and the portals and stuff, Highland. And he's going to be putting that up. He went to see a woman and they've been seeing things and they've done a little documentary on something like that, he said. So I'm looking forward to that. Elemental energy. Beautiful. So that is a good way of keeping up your frequencies, of doing that every day. Maybe before you go to bed or whatever it is, and writing down, start filling a book up and write down what you're grateful for every day or what makes you happy in the day, but for the silver lining. And then you'll see there's more to be happy about than there's more to be bloody moaning about. Do you know what I mean? So, from me and Yoda, may the force be with you, and I will see you very soon. But I'll just appreciate everybody in chat. I'm not going to read everybody's name out because there's quite a few people in, but thanks everybody for coming in. It's really nice to see people that I've not seen for a bit. Yeah, the Faye. Yeah, well, my second name's Irish, just saying. But, yes. I'm a bit of a mermaid, though, at the same time, aren't I? Because I am a Pisces, water element. I have a little snake on because I'm year of the snake, which is quite relevant for shedding your skin, shedding your shit, and renewing yourself. So, yeah. Yeah, when the trees are waving. Oh. Yeah, flotation therapy does sound quite good. I'd probably love that, being a little fish that I am. But yeah. Sounded like Yoda then. We are not this crude matter. We are luminous light beings. Anyway, I've got to go because I've got to go and speak to my other. It's not my other half. My other. I'm going to try and come out with a different word. My other. Before I go to bed. Yeah, Divine Mother, symbol of snake. Yes. Yes, so many hidden treatments and minerals, and one of them is magnesium. Dead Sea magnesium oil. So I'll let you know how I go on with that, folks. And I'm going to go and do it now, so I can't wait. I'm going to go and do that. And I'm going to take note of it. See the difference. Sorry I missed notification. Big hugs and abundance of all of you. Yeah, we probably won't get notifications. You know how it is. But, yeah. So, to everybody. I was saying this last week. It's just gone round so quick. I was going to say have a good weekend. We're still on Thursday yet. But the weekend starts today. Yeah, just have a great night, evening, morning, I don't know, wherever it is. Check out Mark Atwood's chat on the one where it says the exhaustion of ascension. It was great. It was funny as well. You've got to have a laugh about it. Flipping it, you've got to have a laugh about it. And as I said, just keep concentrating on the joy, happy joy. Getting you through, the day, every day, one step at a time. Breaking the chains and getting to know who you really are. And putting out what you would like to receive makes a big difference. If you know you're going to receive something, what are you going to put out? You're going to put out hate, you're going to put out love, you're going to put out fear, you're going to put out this, you're going to put out that. Because that's how it works. So, magnetism, people. So, I will see you very soon. Like I said, enjoy your whatever it is you're all going to be doing after this, or who you're watching or not watching, chilling out, or whatever it is. And I will see you very soon. Maybe with the filming from Middle Earth. Just going to put that out there. And I will see you very soon. See you later.